Welcome to the Goalbusters Expert Peak Productivity Tips podcast, where top business experts get just 7 minutes to answer 5 rapid-fire questions about what they do and how they stay productive. Each episode is packed with actionable insights to help boost your efficiency and achieve your goals. Let's dive in and unlock the secrets to peak performance.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Robin J. Emden, and I'm an accountability coach and the author of Get Resultsology, The Science of Getting Stuff Done. I work with people who run their own business. No boss, distractions everywhere, and never enough hours in the day. Together we cut through the noise, sharpen their focus, and follow through on the big ideas that actually move the needle. That's what I like to call the momentum formula. Do it today, profit tomorrow, and repeat. So, if that sounds like the kind of breakthrough that you've been looking for, then you're in exactly the right place. And speaking of being in exactly the right place, I am delighted to welcome our guest expert today, Adriana Tica. Adriana is a marketing strategist and founder of Strategic AF, a newsletter on sharp, no-nonsense strategy without the cringe. In her consulting business, she's on a mission to help solopreneurs and founders make FU money without selling their souls and without spending 40 hours a week on social media. I can't believe it. Adriana nearly made me swear on air then. Adriana, welcome so much to Goalbusters.
Hey, Robin, happy to be here.
You're extremely welcome. Whereabouts in the world are you?
Usually you can find me in Bucharest, Romania, but I'm part-time digital nomad, so I like to travel a lot. Since I can work from anywhere, why not?
Yes, living the lifestyle that every solopreneur or most solopreneurs dream of. Absolutely, walking your talk. I love that. All right, I'm waffling on though, but shall we do the questions instead?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll get the clock up on the screen, and there it goes. Adriana, could you tell me, please, who is your ideal client?
So I work with experts. Experts can be solopreneurs, consultants, founder creators. Everyone has a different favorite name, who have real actual expertise and proven offers, and they've already gained some traction. They are smart, capable, but also overwhelmed. And they have the ideas, they have the content, they have the offers, but somehow growth still feels chaotic and much harder than it should be. They come to me when they want clarity, leverage, and an income that compounds rather than, like you said in the beginning, spending ages on social media and ego massaging algorithms.
Yes, I like that phrase, ego massaging algorithms. I'll try to remember that. I do have trouble remembering my own name, as I explained earlier, but I'll certainly try to remember that. All right, so what exactly then is the problem or the problems you solve for them? Just to give us a little bit more in detail.
So conventionally, you'd say it's strategy, but if you really narrow it down, people come to me when they want to make more money and ideally work less. So the problem that they're usually facing is that they're drowning in advice. There are millions of YouTube videos, blog posts, social media posts. Everyone claims that they can help you make 10K a day by working 10 minutes a day because, well, that's the laptop lifestyle. So when they're tired of the bro marketing advice, they come to me because they know that they've published the content, they try the tactics, they chase the trends, but they're still unsure about what drives revenue. So my job is to help them build that strategic coherence and the confidence they need in their plan to move forward without haphazardly jumping from tactic to tactic and channel to channel. Ideally without dancing on TikTok too.
Yes, I've not tried that. Trust me, you don't want me to. That's definitely not going to happen. All right, but I know exactly what you mean. So what is one valuable free action, other than dancing on TikTok perhaps, that the audience can implement that will help them to solve this problem at least a little bit for themselves?
Oh, there's something I do in my own business, and I've advised all my clients to do this. And it's something I call the growth day, because when when you have your own business and you're usually the only one working in that business, or you have a super small team of contractors, you tend to be a glorified employee. So you do all the work yourself, you do the admin work, you do the client work, you even do the janitorial work. So most people I know, they spend most of their time working in their business, not on their business. My advice is to schedule what I call a growth day, ideally once a month, but if that feels impossible, at least once a quarter. And during that growth day, you don't do any admin work, you don't send any invoices, you don't do any client work, you work on your business. You split it into two. In the first part of the day, you brainstorm ideas for growth, whatever that may mean for you, whether it's audience growth, revenue growth, coming up with a new offer. You do the brainstorming part, and then in the second part of the day, you start to plant the seeds. For instance, if you brainstorm that you should be on more podcasts like this one, in the second part of the day, you start sending out LinkedIn DMs, emails to podcast hosts that may be a good fit for you. And this second part of the day is essential, because if you don't do the things you brainstorm on, or if you don't start doing them at least, they're just going to sit there and rot until your next growth day and nothing gets done. And I feel like this one single change in your routine can unlock impressive growth. Like every time I stopped doing it, my business suffered.
Yes. And because my picture blurs when I do it, I haven't been doing it physically, but internally, I'm nodding vigorously in agreement with you. So I'll just be a blur if I try to do it on screen. So now that we have a little bit of a better understanding of what you do, and I only say it's a little bit because we can't possibly do justice to what you do in just the 3 or so minutes that you've had, let's dive briefly into goal busting, which is focusing on how to maximize productive time to achieve your business goals. And you've just given us a cracker, I have to say, but I'm a greedy sort of person, so I'm going to ask you to share if you have any more tips or advice you can share with us for someone else looking to improve their productivity habits over and above the incredible value you've already given us.
Well, I'm not a productivity expert like you are, Robin, but I'll do my best. So for me at least, and for many of the people that I work with, most productivity advice fails, not because people are lazy or because they want to work fewer hours or because their personal life is complicated, but because it does not account for decision fatigue. As solopreneurs or entrepreneurs of any sort, we have to make thousands of decisions every day. So my personal rule is to protect the decisions I have to make, not necessarily the hours. This is why I block time that's dedicated to thinking, time for creating, time for writing, time for selling. By working within these blocks of time, I know that I don't have to make decisions throughout the day, even if they're micro decisions, like what the hell do I write on LinkedIn today? I try to block them during the time frames when I feel like I'm most productive in that particular sense. I think you know what I mean. We're more productive on creative work in the morning or in the evening for some. We do our best thinking, I don't know, midday. These things differ from person to person, but it's important to find your windows. So for me, at least, this is why most productivity advice doesn't work, because it doesn't account for decision fatigue.
Fantastic. And if I kind of, you say I'm a productivity expert, if I was handing out an award for the best tip of the day, that's definitely it. I thought that was a cracker. Absolutely wonderful. All right. So
It's still early, you know.
In the last few seconds we've got left, what should I have asked you today that I didn't? And your answer, please. And you can take a few more than 5 seconds, although
Maybe why so many smart people stay stuck despite working hard.
Okay. And your answer for that would be?
In my world, it's because they keep optimizing execution without questioning their core strategy. So essentially, they end up doing bike shedding, working for work's sake, but their actions amount to nothing. You know, we all like to feel busy. We did a bunch of things today, so we feel productive. But what that work actually produced is often up for debate. So It's a direction and a strategy issue at its core.
Fantastic. And very consistent too with your key message that you've been giving us throughout your 7 minutes, and completely right in my opinion. It's my humble opinion. It's clearly right in your opinion because you've been telling us about it. I completely agree with you. In fact, as we're recording this, we've got the holidays coming up, and I'm completely looking forward to having some thinking time and not having to be just doing all the time. So and that kind of captures the same sentiment. All right. So we do have one final question. I have one final question at this point, which is always a two-parter, which is part one is how can people reach you if they would like to find out more about your services and and what you do? And the second part of the question is there like a valuable free resource they could get from you? Which I always say, being British, that's a rather cheeky question, but it's not really. It's a serious point. It makes the point that sometimes these valuable free resources are an incredibly powerful way of finding out even more about what you do and how you work, and then they can get in touch, and I hope that they certainly will.
You can find me on adrianatica.com. It's also where you can subscribe to my newsletter. It's where most of my good content, in my humble opinion, and my very biased opinion lives. You can also find me on LinkedIn, Threads, X. I'm fairly easy to find online. As for resources, I'm super proud of the State of Solopreneurship Report. It's something I poured over 100 hours into because I wanted an unbiased report that tells us how solopreneurs make money, what type of offers drive the most revenue, where they spend their time online, and what do they plan to invest on in 2026. So you can find this on my website. It's very well highlighted, but I will also give you a direct link, Robin, to give our podcast listeners. It's a free resource, so you just have to sign up and download it.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Your next sign up is right here, but I can't do it right now because I'm still talking to you, but I can promise you my name will appear on your list very shortly because I'm looking forward to reading about more of your content and learning more about what you do. Although today it has been, I got to say, an absolute masterclass. I've loved every minute of it. You say you're not a productivity expert, but actually you are. And I'm allowed to say that, and you'll just have to nod in agreement because it's my podcast and I can do what I like.
Here we are.
Adriana Tica, thank you so much for appearing on Goalbusters today.
Thank you for the invitation, Robin. It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. And remember, everybody, keep goal busting and make your future self proud. Bye-bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Goalbusters. If you're enjoying it, please subscribe, rate and review it on your favourite podcast platform. Your support is very much appreciated. And if you're ready to boost your online profits, skyrocket your productivity, crush procrastination, and see a positive change in your bank balance, all within just 30 days, this is your opportunity. Take my free 5-day challenge at www.skyrocketyourproductivitychallenge.com.